What's your mood? Oh no, I don't want to say that. I'm gonna cut that out. Sorry. What's your mood? Damn it.
How the you feeling? You stupid.
Whoa. Damn.
We were just listening to System of a Down for like an hour. I got a lot of two.
Should I not wear anything? Is that what you were gonna say?
No, I meant this. But listen, we should have done the murder one and me wear this. I could be like, and Jody said this.
Have a flashlight with the lights off so your face is illuminated. Okay.
We're doing it.
We're doing it.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome
to
Dudes with Moods. Woo!
There we go. Woo!
Yay. How's your mood this week, Taylor?
My mood is actually a little more upbeat than it has been the past few weeks. You know, we've been talking about murders and cults and stuff, but now I want to talk, you know, I'm thinking about happy stuff now. I'm thinking about animals and how
some wholesome stuff in our lives.
Yes, it's the holidays.
Exactly.
And sometimes animals can literally save lives. And I want to talk about it.
Hell yeah, man. It's wholesome content for Christmas or holiday spirit, whatever everyone celebrates. I'm excited.
What you got?
What I got? All right. I have a story. All of my stories come from Reddit. So I'm just going to get that out of the way right now because there was just a big long thread of stories, wholesome great stories. I cried like reading some of these. I don't know if one of the ones I had is gonna make me cry, but especially because I already read them. But it's been a bit since I have read them, so this is gonna be a journey for all of us. Anyways, let's go. Okay,
let's get to it.
I'm not gonna read their name. I'm sorry, but if this is your story, their name is Violently Beat Sticks. Not. I don't know why this is a wholesome ass story, but their username does not translate. Anyways,
I love them.
All right, so this person, they said they went surfing and they got picked up by a huge wave. So they lost their board, and they said the band that goes to the board into like your ankle wasn't secure tight enough, so it ripped the board off his leg, and he was very far out, so we tried to yell for help, but everyone was at least like 70 feet away, and he yelled maybe 3 times in a 25-minute time span, which doesn't seem that much. I feel like,
did you say 3 times in a 23-minute
in a 25-minute time span? I feel like I'd be yelling a lot more than that.
He's just taking 7-minute breaks.
Yeah, just like
maybe he's a smoker. He's got to catch his breath.
A smoker and a surfer? I don't know, man. It's not very healthy.
Oh my god.
But obviously he kept trying to swim back to land. You know how that goes when you're in the ocean. The waves just keep taking you out further and further.
Right.
Little side note, if you're ever stuck in the ocean, swim like on this like parallel to the shore and like kind of towards it, but parallel, because that's supposed to like help you get over the waves or something, help you get you back to the shore. Little tidbit.
I'll remember that next time.
Yeah,
I am lost at sea.
There you go. You're welcome. Someone's listening to this just lost at sea, like, oh, I've been doing this wrong the whole time.
Kacie, now you're an animal that saves a life.
There we go.
I'm sorry. Go on.
No. It's okay.
So he yelled out barely.
And he couldn't tell where shore was anymore. And it took him a good minute just to figure out where to swim towards. And then out of nowhere, he hears his 2 dogs barking and swimming towards him. So his dog's all the way from shore, Like he's probably
Like-
more than 70 feet out by now, but just
Yeah.
swam towards him. They
Like
swooped
his
him up.
dogs, you said?
Yes, his two dogs. They swooped him up and swam him back against the current. He felt lightheaded and weak after treading so much water and fighting the current for 25 minutes or so. And then he obviously doesn't know how like actually long he was out there, but or how long it took his two dogs to actually like get there and swim him back. But they were basically carrying his dead weight through enormous waves, and that's how his dog saved his life. And that's why we don't deserve dogs, because they're
They
amazing.
really don't. They are the best.
Oh, and guess what breed they are? Take a
Huskies.
wild gander. No,
Golden retrievers.
no. I feel like you
German
were about to say yes. There we go. There it is. I thought you'd like that. They're adorable.
Do.
Oh,
That's so
God.
bad. I love dogs.
Me too.
I don't know if Emmett would ever save my life, but I bet he would try. I just think he's kind of dumb, but God love him.
He would try. He would definitely try. That dog loves you.
Dude, he's the best. Every time I'm like down, like he fucking knows. And he like gets in my face. He's like, "That's so
Aw.
cute." Cheers me up. He'll pet my head. Like he pets my head when
He
I'm
pets
sad.
your head.
He pets my head when I'm sad.
Oh,
Like he'll just come up and just like
adorable.
paw my head.
That's so cute.
I'm gonna cry just thinking about him. If my room wasn't so messy, I'd feature him because it's right there, but no.
It's okay. We'll see him eventually. We'll go on a little puppy tour. Show all our
Yes,
pets. All right, what you got? I'm ready for your wholesome, lovely story from the news.
So this one is also a dog, okay? And this is from ABC News, okay? So this family had a 7-month-old baby, and they worked, so they had to have a babysitter, all right? And so this dog, like they started noticing that their dog was like first like indifferent towards the babysitter when they'd come over, but then like he started like getting like not mean. He never physically like attacked the person, but like he would grab, his hair would stand up on his back, trying to be all intimidating. He did not like this babysitter, so the family was like, what the heck is going on? Okay, so this dog is reported to be generally docile and friendly. Okay, he's a German Shepherd and Black Lab mix.
Cute. Lovely.
I bet it's
Oh,
so cute.
I'm already picturing it. It's so adorable.
I
in my
know.
head.
I love him. There's no pictures, but picture in my mind is enough. Okay, and so the parents actually wanted to figure out like why, obviously. So they didn't have a camera, but they used an iPhone and had it recording audio the whole time that they were gone. And on the recording, the babysitter can be heard telling the infant to shut the F up. 7 months old.
No.
Shut the F up and calling him names. And the baby is heard crying, and noises that sound like slapping and shaking can be heard in the audio.
Oh God.
I know. Luckily, obviously that was enough for them to be like, deuces, fuck you.
Should have pressed charges. Like, oh yeah, there we go.
They did, I'm pretty sure.
Good.
But the kid ended up being okay. But like, who
That's
knows how
good.
long that had been going on? Probably the whole time.
Right.
It took the baby to the hospital. The baby was checked out fine, luckily. If I'm sure if it had gone on, it wouldn't be. But yeah. But the dog, like, they would have had no idea if the dog didn't act like that.
Right. He had all like the signs of, telling him that's a bad person without actually being aggressive. Because whenever a dog like is aggressive and bites someone, usually they have to do something with the dog, and that's sad.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad that, it's weird that dogs have that intuition that's just like, and obviously the dog, like, I mean, they might not understand what's going on, but
he knows it's bad.
Exactly.
Yeah, and he's like, that's my baby. Don't make my baby cry.
I love it though.
My baby.
Good. It's his little protector. God, I wish dogs lived forever.
I know. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna cry.
Dude, every time I read these stories or like hear about something like you're saying, it just makes me want to like hug my dog Bowser close because he's getting older, and I'm like live forever. Like, why are you old? Stop.
Right. Like Emmett just turned 3, and I'm like, oh my god, he's getting so old. I'm not ready. God. He's 3. I know he's still young, but
no, I'm surprised. I feel like he was a puppy just like yesterday. I don't know.
Me too.
Still the best picture I've ever taken with a dog, hands down, was with Emmett. Not to take away from your story. Sorry, we got sidetracked, but
we're just talking about how amazing my dog is. Oh god.
I'm sure if you had a baby. Well, is Emmett close to Liam?
Yeah, he does love Liam. Liam didn't like him at first because he was a puppy, and puppies are nippy, and Liam was 3. Liam was probably like 5, so he didn't understand that like this is how puppies are. So
yeah.
He was like, I hate him. But now they like cuddle sometimes. Again, he's always loved Liam, but Liam's finally coming around.
Right. Yeah. Takes a minute for kids to understand.
Yeah.
Little personal story when Sean but he invited his sister into town, and they came up to our apartment, and they had their daughter, I'm not gonna say her name, but they had their daughter here, and Daisy was a puppy, obviously, so she was very like jumpy and whatnot. Mm-hmm. She almost jumped on her daughter, and we taught her to say no thank you, Daisy. I think that's what she said, something else, but she would just be like, no thank you, Daisy, no thank you, Daisy, whenever Daisy would jump on her, and it was super cute and adorable. But she didn't like Daisy. I assume she might be better about it now because she's a little bit older, but
yeah, that's my hero dog story. I love that, and
I'm that sure too.
there has to be more like that we just don't hear about, just because that's just how dogs are.
Yeah, they are. And honestly, we've been talking about dogs this whole time, and I know you said that you might have another story about another animal, but literally there's so many animals that are just like so attuned to their humans, and like will literally do anything for them, and I love it. Adorable. All right. Also from Reddit, I already said that. The username is Earthworms. All right.
Earthworms, dick beater.
Insane. All right. The dog in this story was, for the first 2 years of her life, the most unfriendly, shy dog in the entire world. So she just was one of those very timid animals. It didn't say if she was rescued or anything, but she just, I assume this person had her since she was a puppy, and she just was a quiet dog. She wouldn't let her humans touch her, even though they raised her from a puppy. There we go. There's my answer. I forgot, obviously. And the only reason she didn't run off was because they fed her. And she was meant to be the author's dog, but she was pretty disappointed because it's not like what you expect of like a dog, because they're always supposed to be like your best friend and like hyper and happy and whatever. One day the dog was chasing geese on their neighbor's property, and the neighbor shot the dog in the head. The dog survived, but the vet had to take out one of her eyes and sew it up, and she spent 2 weeks recovering in the author's bedroom. And the author obviously took really good care of her. And basically for all the time after that, she was amazing. The dog was amazingly friendly to the author. Like, total change of character. Obviously was very, I don't know if dogs can feel like appreciation, but you could tell this dog like was like, this girl's got my back, you know?
Yeah. I think they can be grateful.
Yeah, it seems like it, especially in this case.
Yeah.
Now we get to the actual heroic part. About 3 years after that incident, the author was walking home from a convenience store in a pretty rough neighborhood, and she noticed 3 guys walking after her. She just sort of figured they happened to live in the same direction as herself, and she didn't really think much of it until she began intentionally taking like wrong streets and, you know, a different way home because she wanted to see if these people were following her.
Right.
And she obviously found out that they were. And so she started walking faster towards her house, and they started calling after her and breaking into a run. So she was now being chased and, you know, full running towards her house. And then as soon as she turned onto her street, Luna, which is the dog in the story, she is, by the way, 140-pound Labrador and Great Pyrenees mixed breed. I cannot think of what a Great Pyrenees looks like, but that is the mix.
I think they're big.
Yeah, which explains why she was 140 pounds.
Yeah,
that is a big ass dog. No. The dog charges past the author with her hackles up. What's a hackle? I don't know what that is. I think that's the. I feel like that's.
Is that the hair in the back of the head?
I guess. I think so.
Neck. Hackle.
That's hackles up. Her teeth were bared, and she was looking altogether frightening with her one eye. So she was like been through some shit already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so the guys freak out and run in the other direction. And then Luna came back to the author and escorted her the rest of the way home. And that's the story. Dog just saved her from probably being assaulted and, you know. Yeah. So
that's bad. That's good. No, that's good. Wait, why was the dog out?
Huh?
Why was the dog out?
Outside?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe the dog was,
maybe jumped the fence or something.
Probably they jumped the fence, or maybe there was just like, sometimes people have like the electric fences in their front yards so their dogs can go in and out. So it could be a number of things, but however it happened, it's a good thing that it did. Because
sorry, I'm
lady might not
too
be
much
here.
into it.
Like, why did she leave her dog out? How dare she? Poor ownership. She knows
there's leash laws.
Jesus. No. What you got for me next?
Okay, so now I'm steering away from dogs for a second.
Good.
This actually takes place in Ethiopia.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So there was a 12-year-old girl who was missing for a week. About a week.
Oh. Wow.
And she had been taken by 7 men who like beat her and just tried to, you know, they were trying to force her to marry one of them. This 12-year-old. Okay.
That's gross.
I know. She was beaten repeatedly, but before she was found by police and relatives on the outskirts of the city, they found her being guarded by a pride of lions.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Yes.
Bruh, this goes above and beyond what I thought you were gonna I'd talk about a cat or something, but this is like a jungle cat. Like, this isn't a regular house cat. That's nuts.
I know. They said that she was being guarded by them for about a half a day, and they stood guard until they found her, and then they just left her like, all right, someone's here, goodbye, have a good life.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Okay, and it's quoted, everyone thinks this is some kind of miracle because normally the lions would attack the people. Okay.
Right.
Like either way, even if this was the reason, but I still love the story.
Okay.
One of a wildlife experts said that obviously the girl had been crying like the whole time.
Right.
She was probably scared of the lions too.
Right.
But wildlife expert has a theory that her crying could have been mistaken by like mews and whimpers of like a cub, like a lion cub, and that could
Oh,
have
that
been why
makes
they didn't
sense.
like eat her.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that's
still, like,
no, even with that reasoning behind it, like that's crazy and wholesome and lovely, and
I
that's
know.
amazing.
I just want to know. It doesn't specify in this news article. This is from NBC News, by the way. It doesn't specify. I just want to know how the lions acquired the girl. Like,
Oh yeah, like how she got there.
yes.
My guess, and this is just like what I think happened, is that she somehow got away from those 7 people and they came after her. And then wherever she ended up, either the lions came into that area where she was hiding or wherever she was, or she ran it like near the lions and they just happened to not attack her. Right. So
Yeah, that would make
either way,
sense.
that's just my understanding. Or yeah, not my understanding, but my guess what happened. But oh my god, that's crazy. My mind is blown right now. Like, how does that even happen?
Imagine being that girl. Be like, yeah, when I was 12, I temporarily had a family of lions.
I
Don't
would
fuck with me.
freaking
I'll get my lions after you.
I would tell everybody that story for the rest of my life. Like I peaked when I was 12 years old, when I was like protected by lions. Like I don't
Oh
even
my
care.
god. It reminds me of like the wild thornberries. I
Oh
don't
my
know.
god. I love it. I forget do you even remember the main girl's name?
Eliza. Duh.
Eliza. I
Eliza
couldn't remember.
Thornberry.
I couldn't remember. But
Gosh.
the little girl
Her dad
is
was Nigel.
Eliza. Nigel. What's that supposed to mean? Huh? 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 You trying to
I don't
say
know.
something about my nose? Whatever.
Oh my god. That's
I love it.
that's all
That's
I got.
amazing. That was a great story.
Thank you.
Yay.
Yay. That was fun.
That was fun. We need a lot of wholesome ideas like this because I think it makes my heart
Refreshing.
happy. It
Yes.
is refreshing, you know? But then next week we're gonna punch you to the ground again. Not next week, 2 weeks. No, we won't do that.
In 2 weeks, we're gonna break your heart.
But then we'll mend it back together with stories like these. It's fine.
Yeah. We are just emotional roller coasters. Join along for the ride.
Anyways, thank you for listening.
Yeah,
I
thank you.
had fun.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening.